This is Animay, a 6-year-old thoroughbred that we received as a transfer from another rescue on Friday. So no real history whatsoever on Animay. Was microchipped as a thoroughbred, so we do know that much. So a registered thoroughbred. And when I walked up and was looking, just a brief visual earlier, because Corey had brought them into the training barn just to kind of test them out, how did they do leading, things like that. I noticed this nice little bulge along his back here. And as soon as I touched it, of course, he squatted down, let me know it was painful. So that was my red flag, is we definitely need to x-ray there. And that's what we done. We went ahead and brought him in, again, as part of our intake process to give him a good look over. I did sedate him for the x-ray, so that's why he's a little dead-headed at the moment. And we did unfortunately find kissing spine, which is where the spinous processes touch, which is painful. You can imagine bone-on-bone rubbing, not a very comfortable feeling. And he is also conformationally challenged, I'm gonna call it challenged, in the left rear and the left front. They kind of deviate angles that will cause arthritis long term, but his most painful issue and the long-term one is the kissing spine that we did find with, unfortunately, this nice, I'm not going to touch it where they're doing x-rays, but the little bulge along his back there. So, and again, we're just going to finish up our x-rays and then we will make our final evaluation call on him. Yeah, we're missing part of the carpal bone back there. That should be more nicely defined. That's an abnormality there. That's a defect in the bone there. Probably racetrack related injuries. Thoroughbreds, unfortunately, where they're so inbred, they're raced young, their bones aren't fully mature. Thoroughbreds are just walking nightmares of conformational breakdowns. So that's why I'm not surprised to see these if it's been on the racetrack, because
so he hasn't been tattooed, so he wouldn't officially be raced, but we've been in training.
Yeah, so he never made the cut to race.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just not sound enough to even race, to make it to the track. So here is the most concerning issue here, because these are the spinous processes along the top of the spine. There should be space between each one of them. I'm trying to zoom. Like in here and right here, we're touching is what we call kissing spine, and that's bone on bone, and that's painful. So unfortunately, he has other issues that besides the kissing spine. The kissing spine is the one I'm most concerned about being the painful now, because as soon as I touch his back, he's painful. Yeah, so he's hurting. And again, we have joint issues with the knees. So long term, even if we fix the kissing spine, we are not fixing everything else wrong with him. So for him, the best thing with him having the most pain-free existence is going to be to go ahead, give him a nice good last meal and last act of kindness, so therefore he's not suffering with kissing spine and the long-term road of the arthritis in the other joints. Now, the one good thing about him is it was easy to pick up on his, because I had a nice definite bulge to clue me in to look there to start with. Some of the horses that have it don't have this. They're painful. They may react when you're putting the saddle on them or you're riding them. They're trying to tell you they're hurting, but you're not aware of it. So sometimes the behavior issues that owners may be confused about can be hiding, that you don't have that obvious bump along the back of what's going on. So he was good to me. He made it easier and faster for us to diagnose his most major underlying issue because of that. But yeah, sometimes it's not behavior, it's behavior related to pain is why horses are acting out. So you have to dig a little deeper, and a lot of horses are stoic. They will hide their pain until they can't anymore, and that's how they act out of like, something's wrong with me. Again, this horse came from another organization. I've not seen the paperwork for him other than I know he got transferred over. They may have been aware of the kissing spine or aware that there was issues that they couldn't adopt him out for that reason. So, but unfortunately he does have issues that are not good for his quality of life.